The Election Commission of India has released the data on electoral bonds purchased by companies to donate to political parties. The State Bank of India's affidavit states that 22,217 bonds were purchased between April 1st, 2019 and February 15th, 2024. Out of that, the total number of bonds redeemed during this period is 22,030. Future Gaming and Hotel Services have emerged as the top purchasers of electoral bonds, followed by Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited, Quavik Supply Chain Private Limited, Vedanta Limited and Haldia Energy Limited. The top 5 parties to have received the bonds are BJP, which received 47% of bonds of amount rupees 6,061 crores. BJP is followed by Trinamool Congress, Indian National Congress, Bharat Rashtriya Samiti and Biju Janata Dal. The SBI also stated that the bonds had been encashed. In fact, the bonds that had not been encashed by political parties were transferred to Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. We're going to go to the big wall over there. I'm going to tell you and give you, in fact, an understanding on the data that has been released, which are the top 10 donors that have been outlined in this report. We're going to quickly take you through the top 10 donors. So, of course, we have Future Gaming over here. The top 10 donors, the first and they have in fact purchased bonds worth 1,368 crores. So this is the Future Gaming and Hotel Services that we are talking about. The first donor that had been, in fact, that has been highlighted in this data. The second one is Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited. Electoral bonds worth rupees 966 crores were purchased. So one more donor that has been outlined in this report, the data that has been released, rupees 966 crores by Megha Infrastructure. All right, the third company that has been outlined is Quavik Supply Chain Private Limited. Electoral bonds worth 410 crores were in fact purchased by Quavik Supply Chain. So third donor that has been revealed in the data. Okay, fourth we have over here Vedanta Limited, and they have in fact purchased electoral bonds worth 400 crores. Fifth over here we have is Haldia Energy Private Limited. Rupees 377 crores worth electoral bonds were purchased. Moving on to Bharti Group, rupees 247 crore electoral bonds purchased by Bharti Group. So more and more, in fact, 10 prominent names that have been outlined within the data that was released. Rupees 224 crores electoral bonds purchased by SL Managing and Industries Limited. So of course, names that were unraveled, big names in fact that were unraveled. We in fact have over here Western Power Transmission Company Limited. They have purchased rupees 220 crores worth of electoral bonds. So of course, viewers, big names that were in fact revealed. Keventer Food Park Infra Limited, 195 crores worth of electoral bonds purchased by the donors. So of course, there were 10 big names that were outlined, 10 prominent names that were outlined. The purchase value of the electoral bonds was also put out there.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.